Stress physiology, the real symptoms of diabetes that we misunderstood. Hi, everyone. This is Real Easy Med Terms. In this session, we will learn about stress physiology, the real symptoms of diabetes that we misunderstood. Chapter 1. Why does urine taste sweet? 1. Why does urine taste sweet? Diabetes mellitus is a term used to describe a chronic condition in which sugar is mixed in urine. Diabetes means siphon in Latin, and mellitus means honey in Latin. It gets its name because diabetics continue to drink water, and have sweet-tasting urine, like an open water pipe. Sweet taste can also be felt in proteins and fats, but in general, it refers to a pleasant taste that is felt when carbohydrates are broken down. Carbohydrates include foods that are sweet as soon as you put them in your mouth, such as sugar, honey, and fruits, and foods that are sweet after digestion, such as steamed rice, bread, and noodles. When carbohydrates are digested, they are finally broken down into monosaccharides such as glucose, fructose and galactose. Glucose and fructose are sugars found in grain or fruit, and galactose is a sugar found in mammalian milk. Glucose is not detected in the urine of healthy people. This is because glucose is an important energy source for the human body, so when urine is filtered by the kidneys, the whole amount of glucose filtered by the nephron is reabsorbed. The nephron is the basic kidney unit, that filters blood of the kidneys and makes urine. Human body has 2 million nephrons, 1 million in each kidney. 20% of the blood entering the kidneys is filtered by the nephrons, and the amount of blood filtered by the nephrons is 180 liters per day. The blood volume of an adult is about 5 liters, so our blood is filtered 36 times a day. At this time, blood cells, proteins, and fats with high molecular weight remain in the blood, without being filtered, and only water, glucose, amino acids, electrolytes, urea, and waste products with low molecular weight are filtered. If the filtered molecules are not reabsorbed, in the capillaries around the renal tubules, they are excreted in the urine. But all of the filtered glucose and amino acids are reabsorbed by the kidneys of a healthy person. When urine is filtered, the materials flow out at once, through the gap of the glomerular cell membrane, by the force of arterial blood pressure, so the filtration rate is fast. On the other hand, when the filtered materials are reabsorbed, the rate of reabsorption is slow because the molecules in the urine are transported one by one. When there is hyperglycemia, there is too much glucose in the blood, so a lot of glucose is also leaked out of the nephron filtrate. As a result, glucose is detected in the urine because the rate of glucose reabsorption does not keep up with the glucose excretion rate. It has been found that glucose is detected in the urine from when the blood glucose level is 180 mg per deciliter. When glucose goes out to urine, the amount of urine increases because it draws a large amount of water by osmotic pressure. When you have hyperglycemia, no matter how much you eat, most things you eat are excreted in the urine, so you are hungry and thirsty, and the amount of food and water you drink increases. As a result, the 3 major symptoms of diabetes are completed: polyuria, polydipsia, and polyphagia. Polyuria means increased urination, polydipsia means increased thirst, and polyphagia means increased hunger. Hyperglycemia makes the blood sticky and damages the walls of blood vessels, creating an environment prone to blood clots and inflammation. Hyperglycemia is also a problem, but there are other serious symptoms that cause fatal complications of diabetes. In this class, we learned that when blood glucose exceeds 180 mg per deciliter, glucose is filtered out of the renal nephron at a faster rate than the reabsorption rate, so the kidneys cannot reabsorb all the filtered glucose, so glucose is mixed in the urine. In the next lesson, we will learn why using fat instead of glucose is a problem. This is Real Easy Med Terms. Have a great day. See you again.